comes to us and says, listen, I want you to know that I, the maker of the universe, have created you perfectly for that which you're called to do. That I've put in you the gift, the calling, the skill set, whatever is necessary. You're perfect just the way you are. And to the extent that we believe that and we walk with God and allow Him to bring forth out through us what He's put on the inside of us, we'll continue to walk in emotional health and confidence and be able to be on course for what He has for us. But Cool introduces a very damaging lie that says the opposite of what God tells us about ourselves. Cool comes in and says, actually, you're not okay the way you are. If you want to be cool, acceptable, whatever it is, you need to change. You need to become something different than what you are now. You need to act differently, live differently, dress differently. You need to become something different. Listen, you're not good enough the way you are. It's going to take more if you really want to be acceptable. And so all of a sudden, us being ourselves is no longer good enough. We have to become something else. Listen, can I tell you something? This thinking, in a very broad way, is defined as something that we call shame, which is one of the most toxic emotions that any human being can deal with. Shame basically says there's something wrong with me. I'm not okay the way that I am. I'm deficient as a person somehow, and so I need to be different. And here's the problem with that, is that as we entertain shame, it becomes one of the most destructive forces in our lives. See, guilt, we think guilt and shame are the same thing, but it's not. Guilt is about something you've done. Shame is about who you are. And it tells you that you're not good enough the way you are, you need to change. Here's the problem. When we do that, then when we buy into that lie, we start trying to change and conform with what we now believe we need to be in order to be cool. Here's the problem with that. The more you succeed at becoming someone other than you're not, the further you walk away from who you really are. You see how that works? See, have you guys realized the enemy is not strong enough to defeat you if you stand in the authority that you have. So he has to deceive you into willingly submitting your destiny. And he does that when he's like, cool, hey, listen, come on, try to be something else. Live this way, act this way, dress this way, do these things. And the more we run after his false lies, the further we get from who we really are. Can I tell you something? Cool doesn't enhance your identity, it destroys it. And you know what else? It's a trap. It's a lose-lose proposition. You know why? If you try to pursue cool, here's the problem with it. Even if you succeed, let's just say that you become the most popular person in your school, and you're thinking, this is working great. Then the enemy comes and whispers to you, you know what, the only reason why people like you is because of this false image that you're putting on. You better keep it up. And you feel all this pressure to continue conforming and to continue to be something different. And what if I fall behind? And there's no chance to enjoy. There's no chance to walk in peace. Because you know, the enemy tells you, you know what, if they were to find out the real you, they wouldn't love you. The only reason why you're in the position you're in is because of all this fakeness that you keep building up. You better keep doing it. The problem is we weren't designed to live a fake life, and so we'll never have joy that way. And if you fail and you try to be cool and it doesn't work and you don't get the acceptance, then we become more desperate and we compromise even further. If that doesn't work, we're willing to compromise even further. It's just a downward spiral. You see, the thing is, you're doomed either way. We've got to be careful.